Okay, guys, I want a clean show. Lee, remember to keep the viewers calm and that 67% of them feel like you are their best friend. Dale, you are the anchor and voice of reason. You need to stay focused, direct, and reassuring.
It always has to start with us. I don't know about you two, but I just feel like this is going to be one of the hardest newscasts we've ever had to do.
With all that's been going on lately, I don't know if I agree with that, Lee. This had to happen sometime. I'm just honored that it happened during my watch.
That's because you're sick and you have no soul in the first place.
How do you think I got this far in this business?
Okay, live in 5 places, everyone.
And now it's time for OWOS News, One World, One Source News. Everywhere, all the time, and right now with the best news team in the world, Lee Maxwell and Dale Willis.
Okay, take 1.
Good evening. Let's get straight to our top story. As you know, over the last few weeks, we have been waiting for the DNA results from some ancient remains found in a tomb just outside of Jerusalem. Well, the results are now in, and our own Dale Willis has the update. Dale?
That's right, Lee. What was once thought of as a stronghold of Christian doctrine for over 2,000 years, unfortunately has been proven a scientific impossibility. DNA results have proven that the human remains found in that buried tomb outside of Jerusalem were, in fact, those of Jesus Christ.
Count on Dale to destroy the faith of millions with professional ease. Cue up 3.
In a little tomb outside the city of Jerusalem, remains have been found fitting the description of someone who was crucified during the 1st century A.D.
What we have discovered will prove to be the greatest archaeological find of all times. For centuries, Christians have based their faith on the fact that Jesus Christ rose from the dead, despite countless contradictions to that concept. We now have discovered proof to the contrary.
Christianity was based on the belief that God sent his Son in the form of a human to die for all mankind. According to Christian doctrine, he paid the price for the fallen, sinful nature of humanity by ultimately dying on the cross. But their hope was always based on his resurrection from the dead.
But the resurrection has always been a bit of a challenge in the scientific world. It now appears that, once again, science has proven that faith is literally just faith, and that science holds the answers for our reality.
Thank you, Dale. I believe it is still up to the individual to decide just what they choose to believe. In related news, the jury is still out on the mass disappearance that occurred just 3 years ago when we lost millions of people all around the world. Science is one step closer to making contact with the extraterrestrial civilization believed to have taken away so many in the blink of an eye.
That's right, Lee. OWP scientists have been working day and night to finalize the Deep Space Transmitter, or DST, to try and contact whatever civilization is responsible for taking our world citizens. One World for Peace, President Julius Roman believes we have an excellent chance for contact. We now are going live to President Roman's news brief.
The OWP has the finest minds in the world, working day and night with the most advanced technological transmitter mankind has ever known. We will get to the bottom of this global loss that we have all suffered. We will find out the condition of our abducted loved ones. I have no doubt that this event we have all suffered was indeed the catalyst to finally bring us all together in peace. As you know, even I lost my wife during this catastrophic event. As I often say, it is a privilege to be the first OWP president, and I intend to be sure that we find out what happened to our fellow world citizens. I'm thankful for the recent discovery of the actual remains of the body of Jesus Christ by Dr. Ivana Jameson, so that we can finally put to rest this concept of the rapture having occurred. It has been a distraction from the truth that beings from another world have visited us. Rest assured, world citizens, we will find whoever took our loved ones, and they will answer to all of us. Peace and safety.
Dale, get ready to close us out. The president has spoken. Take 2.
Such comforting words from President Roman. This has been Dale Willis and Lee Maxwell. Sean Phillips and Ray Piper will be back with the latest world headlines in 10.
Okay, guys, way to wake them up.
That should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah, you would say that. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
Look, Lee, I can't help it if your dad taught you something that, well, just isn't true. Sooner or later, and in this case, 2,000 years later, the truth was going to come out. And that's why I'm glad I was raised understanding that I just happened to be in existence after millions of years of evolution. And I intend to make the most of it while I have a chance.
That's because you, Dell, are an idiot. Like I said, a soulless, pointless talking head. And you can save these little speeches for your adoring fans because, frankly, I am not one of them.
Ouch.
Dale, you need to cut it out. Lee's numbers are just as high as yours, and I'm not going to stand for you goading her every chance you get.
She makes me so sick with her hypocritical opinions. Before all of this, she wasn't willing to commit to God. But now after the disappearing, she's become a staunch defender of Christianity all of a sudden? I know her, Marjorie. I've co-anchored with her for more than 10 years. And she becomes more and more angry the more that we prove that God just isn't real. I think maybe you need to check on her instead of getting upset with me. She is the one becoming unstable, not me.
Marge, your son. It's Brad.
Thanks, Nan. Hello?
Mom, why are you doing this? How can you be a part of this cover-up nonsense?
This is my job, son. All I'm doing is producing a news show. News happens and we tell it. Interpretation is left up to the viewer. Now, did you see the money I left on the kitchen counter for you? It's for dinner.
Mom, I don't care about any dinner. How could you do this to Amy? You know what she believed. If she were here, you would have broken her heart.
Well, she's not here, Brad. And furthermore, you are my son. You have no right calling and questioning me about what I'm doing on my job. It's not your place. I loved Amy more than you could ever know. She was my daughter. Now I'm going to be late. Did you see the money I left on the kitchen counter for you to go out and get something to eat? I'll talk to you when I get home.
Yeah, okay. Bye, Mom.
What is going on, Daddy? What is this? I don't know if I can take anymore.
I'm telling you, baby, this Julius Roman, he just ain't right. He exalts himself over everything that's worshipped. Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, all of them. And I really don't mind those other fellas, but anytime somebody exalts themselves over Jesus Christ, they're headed for serious problems.
Well, Daddy, why are you getting all riled up? We're trying to have a nice cup of coffee. I mean, everybody loves this guy. I don't see why you just don't get on the bandwagon. You know what? I think you're being contrary just because everyone else likes him. I mean, after all, Dad, this guy brought real peace to the Middle East. That has never happened. It hasn't been peaceful over there since those lands were walked by Abraham.
I raised you better than that, Leanne. Isn't that a sign that something's wrong? I've been telling you all your life, this book is real, and everything in it is going to come to pass. Everything. I promise you that.
All I know is I would jump at a chance to meet and interview President Roman. Do you know what that would do for my career?
There are things more important than a career. The first thing is that Jesus Christ is your Lord. He's real, Leanne, and he's coming back again. I promise you that. And without Jesus in your life, your career won't mean a hill of beans.
Let me get some more coffee. Let me get you some water. You know, I know your religion is important to you, Daddy. And I'm going to remember everything you taught me growing up in church. But I just believe I have the right to choose when or if I'm going to believe all that. I mean, I have just seen too much. And God has got a lot to prove before I believe in him. Oh, I got a massive chill down my spine. Dad, did you? Daddy!
This isn't helping Amy, Mom. Look, Amy, you're a nutcase. Look, I can understand wanting to spend a summer abroad, but to go to some third world country where your life and your safety are on the line, that just doesn't make much sense.
For the record, you're not my dad. However, I appreciate and understand your love and concern for me, even if you are going to extremes on this, Brad. These people have a right to hear the gospel, the same as everybody else in the world.
Well, yeah, I get that. But do they need to hear it from you? I mean, don't you think that in this modern world of instant information and immediate gratification, that the gospel hasn't already reached every remote spot and primitive tribe on the planet?
Brad, you need to stop acting like her father. And Amy, get the dishes done before I get back.
See, even Mom thinks you're overprotective.
Mom, I'm well aware that I'm not her father. I just think that she needs...
Well, you know, I think it's wonderful that you care, sweetie. Most brothers wouldn't even bat an eye with their sister leaving town. See you guys tonight.
Amy, I just want you to honestly listen to what I'm saying to you. I mean, that part of the world is totally unstable. Why would you potentially waste your life preaching a gospel I am sure they've already heard?
Because I'm a Christian. And until Christ returns for me, I'm going to make sure that I spread the truth of his love and saving power to everybody on this planet. Even if my own overprotective brother won't accept the truth. Jesus is coming back soon.
Listen. Amy? What the? Okay, am I dreaming? What did I do last night? Amy! Come on, Brad, wake up, man. Wake up! This is crazy. Mom, please be there. Please be there.
Brad, honey, what's going on?
Mom, Amy's gone. Something took her right in front of me. She's gone, Mom.
Oh, God, no!
She's gone. I'm gonna figure this out, Amy. I promise. I'm gonna figure this out.
This should be the final detail to break the religious mindset of the people. They need real direction and leadership, and that is what you bring us all, President Roman.
I agree, Dr. Jameson. You've done a marvelous thing in finding those remains. For far too long now, mankind has been locked in the chains of religious bondage, and now a true era of peace, diplomacy, and science can emerge under President Roman and position us for the greatest advancement humanity has ever experienced.
That is my hope, sir.
Dr. Jameson, let us know if there's anything else you need from the OWP. The world's finest technologies mankind has ever experienced is just a call away.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. President, Mr. Ulrich.
Just imagine, Julius, what we will finally be able to achieve under your rule. No longer will this foolishness of religious thought hinder the advancements of mankind. No longer will our petty differences stop our unity as a people. Together, with you as supreme leader, we will finally be able to create a world as it was always meant to be. One without faith, one without God.
Magna, I admire your vision and your loyalty. It's though we're cut out of the same cloth. You have been the best advisor and friend a person could ever ask for, and I hope you know that I couldn't have done any of this without you.
It has been our destiny.
Oh, no, let's not say things like that. People might overhear you, and besides, destiny kind of leads to creative design. I'd rather stand on the truth and knowing that we're in this time and this place in history, and let's make the most of it.
I agree. You are right. I believe that it is time for you to begin to show the people what you are truly capable of. For 3.5 years, you've charmed them with your wisdom and your charisma. Now it is time to show them your power.
And this is not enough?
No. People are far too easily persuaded these days. They will still need something to believe in. Someone bigger than they are to have hope in. With this final nail in the coffin for Christianity, it is time that you begin to show them that no one deserves that title but you.
What title would that be? I'm already president of the world.
Why, the title of God. Who else in all of history has been able to unify the people and bring peace to the lands after such trying times? Who else but you could have kept us going after the biggest battle this world has ever seen? Who else but you could have dealt with the disappearance with such assurance and calming grace? You have kept us going, and now it is time for you to stretch out and go even further. It is time that they see the power of the president.
Hey, Lee, come on in.
Oh, are you thinking about Amy?
Yes, who wouldn't after a story like that? You know, I wonder what it would have done to her faith. I'm kind of glad she isn't here to have heard it.
Well, you know, Marge, if she was anything like my dad, it would not have made a difference. My dad, he felt like he knew Jesus personally. And it wasn't in a crazy way. It was just his faith.
You know, Amy was the same way. She used to say it's about a relationship, Mom, not a religion. You know, I never did thank you for that story you did on the disappearance. If it was just your dad and Amy that were gone, I really wouldn't have given that rapture theory a second thought.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I heard about it all my life. But when I interviewed Bishop Jackson, and he assured me that many men of the cloth were still here and many from their congregation, and also the fact that so many non-religious people were taken, I mean, it just blows that rapture idea out of the water. Now, we cannot deny that the majority of those taken were known for their faith, but I mean, so many notable people in the world of religion were not taken.
You know, thank God.
You know what? It's funny that you still say that. I mean, it's pretty clear to me that God has abandoned us.
Well, at least you believe he existed. I never believed in him at all. It's just a saying, Lee, that's all. So why'd you stop in? What's on your mind?
Well, actually, it's Dr. Jameson. I don't know if it's because I feel like I owe it to my dad or because of the reporter in me. But I really want to do an in-depth interview with her. There seems to be something more to this story.
Well, it must be that church upbringing rearing its ugly head.
Maybe, Marge. But we're bound to have to visit this over the next couple weeks. And I think I could do a better job in the field rather than behind a news desk.
Well, you know, I've worked with you long enough to know that once you get something in your head, we might as well go with it. So why don't you talk to Nan and see if you can set up a personal interview with her. And while you're at it, let's see if we can get some FaceTime with the president.
What?
Are you serious?
Yes. Magna Oric has requested a personal interview with one of our best. Might as well be you. Dale would be so sympathetic with Roman's cause, he'd probably fall on the floor and worship him. Plus, once he got there, I'd probably lose one of my best newsmen.
Maybe we should send him.
No, I want someone who'd get a good interview without drinking the Roman Kool-Aid.
Oh, this is something I have been waiting for these past few years.
Well, here's your big shot.
Thanks, boss. Awesome. I'm so excited. Yay! I can kiss you. This is great. Oh, thank you so much.
Have the arrangements been made, Fallon?
Yes, Mr. Orrick. Lee Maxwell from OWOS will be here tomorrow for a one-on-one with the president. We've also arranged that she meet with Dr. Jamison, have an actual tour of the remains, and a tour of the presidential palace.
Excellent. Excellent. That will work perfectly. I want to be sure that the eyes of the entire world are focused on the show that we're preparing for them.
Well, I believe OWOS News is already advertising the piece, and it will broadcast live around the world.
This will be perfect. Ask the president to join us, please.
That'll be all, Ronald.
Mr. President, Ronald may need to be privy to this conversation.
Right, you may stay. So, Magnar, what brilliant marketing strategy have you developed to bring a world of adoring citizens to the next level?
Lee Maxwell will be coming here to interview you as well as Dr. Jamison.
Is that it? I mean, I've done thousands of interviews in the last few years.
True, but you have never been assassinated during one and then raised from the dead.
Sir, have you uncovered a plot against the president's life? Look, I assure you, no one would attempt such a crime. My men are monitoring everything, everywhere. We have Interpol, the CIA. We have all intelligence at our disposal. Nothing of this magnitude has been brought to my attention.
That is because we are the ones who are plotting it. And you, Ronald, you will be the one who will carry it out.
But the president, why would you make an attempt on his life? What if he is seriously injured?
You say this because, unlike the two of us, you don't know who he really is. You think that he is just some super politician, but I say to you, he is more. He is a god.
And I think you're onto something, Magnar. With Lee Maxwell here disproving the resurrection of Jesus Christ, I then...
Exactly. And then you will truly resurrect from the dead, and everyone understand your power. They will worship you.
Mr. President, why would you ask this of me? I would lay down my life for you. I'd be branded a traitor.
Ronald, you're the only one that I can trust to carry this out. Magnar is right. It's a perfect plan. You'll shoot me, and then you shoot yourself. And then everybody will know you to be a hero when I tell them of your heroic stance to reveal my true nature to the world.
Mr. President, how honorable of you. Maybe we can find a place of honor for him at the presidential cemetery once you resurrect, revealing your graciousness.
Right next to the body of my wife.
Mr. President, you shouldn't say such things. Someone will hear you.
Who would be so foolish as to speak out against him?
I don't hide who I am from my staff. In the world, they see what we want them to see. My dear Fallon, you can handle the truth.
And you will handle all the arrangements and let me know where the interview with the president is to take place. Ronald, you will handle everything from there. And remember, this is your moment in history. You must be convincing.
Perhaps if he just uses blanks.
Blanks aren't necessary. Come on, Ronald. Shoot me. I can take it. Come on.
Mr. President, the cameras, the world must bear witness.
I know. I was just trying to see if Ronald had it in him to pull the trigger. You see, Ronald, You're a nobody. A black man from Detroit. And I brought you into this world arena of politics. You lost your family in the disappearing. You have nothing and nobody except for me. So you muster up all that you can, and you will shoot me tomorrow for all the world to see. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I do.
Baby, this is a good dinner. You have done a wonderful job as usual.
Thank you.
Yeah, as good as usual, Mom. Thank you.
Ron, I'm so proud of you, boy. Going off to work for President Roman, that is really special, son. Really.
You know, it is, Mom. No one else in the OWP has risen quicker than I have. You know, it's pretty incredible.
It's the Lord, son. He is putting you there for a reason.
That's true. I mean, it's not just because you can follow orders. It's because of who you are.
I know what you guys are saying, but, you know, I've been ambitious all my life, and I think it's finally paying off for me.
It's because of what you know about Jesus, and that man just ain't right.
Mom, just let it go, okay?
Not this time.
Mom, come on, Mom. Please don't beat this same dead old horse again.
Not this time. I'm going to speak my piece this once, and then that's it. Now, you were raised in the church. I was praying for you when I carried you and been praying ever since. It doesn't make sense that you don't serve the Lord. Jesus is real, baby, real. More real than anything. I promise. And he's coming back soon. And then here comes this President Roman making peace for Israel and the rest of the world. It's not just a coincidence. And you, my son, who is supposed to know the Lord and acts like he doesn't, is about to get real close and personal with someone who oozes evil.
Wow. President Roman is not the Antichrist. He's charming and intelligent, and he has a pretty powerful vision for the rest of the world.
Just hear me out, Ron.
I can't sit here and let you keep putting out a man that has done more for this world than anybody I can think of in history.
What? You have lost your mind.
Look, I know where you're going for this, and I'm tired of it. Why does every time something good happens in my life, y'all have to bring up the Lord? Maybe I did it on my own. Maybe I achieved it on my own this time. Look, I'm not like you and the rest of the family. I don't believe in all this Lord stuff, all this faith crap. Look, I really wish you could get that through your head.
Ron, it's real. The Bible, Jesus, it's all true. I promise.
I lost my appetite. Thank y'all for dinner. I'm leaving out for Rome in the morning. I'll see y'all when I return.
Hello.
Reports are coming in from around the world. Massive numbers of people have instantaneously disappeared. In fact, many have vanished in front of eyewitnesses.
I gotta go back. Please be there, Mom. Please be there, Mom. Mom! Pops!
In 5, 4, 3.
Mr. President!
Dr. Jameson, Miss Maxwell, welcome to the Presidential Palace.
Oh my God! Somebody call 911 or something! Oh my God! Is he breathing?